Hey guys, another sewing live stream. Sorry, I'm trying to plug my phone in. Well, it was plugged in, but I'm trying to put it somewhere where I can actually reach it. Also, this shirt I'm wearing is very restrictive. It's like the worst idea ever for one of these videos. Welcome. Thank you so much for actually joining. Okay. So today I am working on, wow, it is like really crazy bright in my room right now, like in a really weird, annoying way. Let's see if we can make this any less frustrating. Okay, no, I don't know. Sorry, this is like this is weird. Okay. Oh, we're just gonna live with it. I'm sorry. I'm literally like glowing on either side. But yeah, so we're gonna be working on the jeans some more today. This is my first cup of coffee, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of it. Okay, so yesterday I sewed the back of one side of the pants, and today and then I went on Twitch and I continued sewing and I sewed the other back part and I started to sew some of the front panels. So today we are going to continue to sew those panels together, and then maybe we're going to get to the waistband. Let's see how far we can get. And I'm going to, like yesterday, I'm going to leave a little bit open at the top of the waistband because I might need to make adjustments based on like how it all comes together and where the pockets are. I have to say it's very annoying, like the glare that I'm getting. One, I look very orange in this video. And also, I can't see like when people join the chat or whatever. But that's fine. I'm feeling a bit nauseous today. Don't know why. It's very frustrating. But we're just going to push through and we're going to keep sewing because I want to sew at least 1 hour today. I have a few deadlines today, so I just figured I should get it out of the way early. And so I don't think I'd love to go into Twitch right after the live stream yesterday. That was really fun, but I don't think I'm going to do it today just because I have something due tomorrow that I need to work on. So I'll probably just do the 1 hour here, and then tomorrow I'll probably do the YouTube and the Twitch. So right now I'm just pinning the panels together again because they were pinned together, but the pins fell out. Kind of happens when you keep touching things. All right, make sure they match up at the hem perfectly. Okay. And then after we sew this one on, I'm actually going to have to go get a couple more panels that I don't have pinned on yet and add them. And again, let's make sure. So if you're sewing on like different settings than you normally sew on, I would recommend writing down what setting you were using, because now I'm in the situation where I have to remember exactly what I had my machine set at. And I don't remember. So I'm actually going to grab my sample piece of fabric and then use that just to double check that it is the correct settings, because I did the length of the zigzag, the length of the stitch, and I did the stitch type. So I changed 3 different things, and I just want to make sure that it is the same. Let's see how it looks. That looks good. But don't just check from how it looks on the back. Open it up and look inside. And yeah, when I pull on it, it looks really good. So I think that is right. So we don't need that again. Really, the shirt leaves me no ability to move my arms. It's very frustrating, but that's okay. Make sure you start in the same place you were starting in yesterday. Also, I'm just gonna take a moment. I am actually gonna write down those things because I really didn't remember. So we 4.5. So again, I'm just writing down my stitch settings because I didn't write them down yesterday, and I wish that I did because I couldn't fully remember what I had used. It feels so different sewing the blue denim compared to the black denim, which the majority of the pants are black. So you kind of get used to this like really soft denim that's really stretchy and flies right through the machine. And then the blue denim is like, I'm not going to move. It's very frustrating. I'm going slow because I'm not running over any pins. And sometimes I do run over all the pins. It's totally fine if you do. I think the reason I'm avoiding it is just because the fabric is so thick already that I'm nervous that with the thickness of the fabric that it could break the pin if it hits it. I'm going to stop a little bit further off on this one just because there's the pockets right there, and I just want to give myself some space in case I want to make adjustments to the pockets. Double checking the quality looks good. Trim on the end. And then I am going to sew a hem now. Again, make sure you flip the fabric over. Now I have the black on the top, and that is so that the stitch line, because I showed this yesterday, but there's a straight line and then there's a zigzag line. If you don't flip over the fabric, your straight line will end up on the other side. So just make sure you flip over the fabric when you go to do the hem. And again, we're doing the hem at the end because it's so bulky that it'll be easier to go towards it than to try to push past it in the beginning. That was probably the hardest one I've done. The other ones were not hard at all. We're gonna go over it one more time. If I felt nervous, like I was gonna run over my finger, and it was making it hard to pull it through. Okay, cutting off all the trims. Let's see how well. Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. We don't need to sew it again. It's good. Okay. All right. Okay, so now all of this stuff is sewn together. We have one side where we have all three back pieces, and we have one, and on that same side we have two of the three front pieces. So we just have to add one more front piece. And then on this side we just have the back. So we have a whole front to do and one other panel. And I just want to take a minute. I don't know why I have two chairs here. It's so unnecessary. Okay. So I am just going to take a minute and drink this because smoothies tend to get disgusting if you don't drink them right away. I cannot see anything on my screen, and it is super frustrating. So I did want to mention this because I feel like I mentioned it in a different stream. So this is Athletic Greens. It's like a daily supplement powder that you put in water. And I got the Ultimate Daily. It's like a 30-day trial version of it, I guess you could call it. And I don't hate it. It's very sweet. It does have like that like kind of like vegetable undertone to it, which I don't love, but I figured if I start making smoothies with it, which I don't know if that's recommended. I think it's fine, but like usually they say like, or like on the package, it says best served on an empty stomach when you first wake up in the morning. So my stomach is practically empty because I did just wake up. I know it's not morning, but that's my life. But what am I trying to say here? But yeah, I don't like the taste. So bottom line is I put other stuff in it to see if it will cover it. It's not that I don't like the taste. The taste is fine. It's just like not the best. Like it's a mission for me to actually drink it. I think though for me, I don't even drink juice generally. Like I drink water or coffee. That is it for my intake of liquids. So for me to like forcefully try to drink one of these things, don't really care for it. So I tried to make it into a smoothie. Not the best smoothie. It has like a few cubes of frozen passion fruit and a banana and water. And that's about it. And one whole serving of Athletic Greens. It doesn't taste bad at all. It tastes decent. I'm like the worst salesperson at this. It tastes decent. It totally does. I don't like how sweet it is. That's actually what's really getting to me. It's like very, very sugary. And then of course you add a banana and you add passion fruit, it's going to be more sugary. But yeah, I don't know if there's a way that I can like bring down how sweet it is. So most people would probably actually really like this because I have tons of friends that love to add like tons of sugar to their coffee and all different things that I'm just not for. So but I'm going to force it down because it's good though. If you don't feel like eating right away in the morning, it will get you through. Literally, I'm like chasing it with coffee. But okay, so we have to get the other sections of this. We're going to start pinning it, and then I can just whip out sewing all the legs together. We're going to start to make these actually look like pants today. And on top of that, I feel like, what do I want to kind of focus on in this stream other than just sewing these pants? Because I feel like my streams were starting to become so lively, and now they're just kind of like, let's see. All right. Well, I tried to do this morning when I woke up what I was talking about, like what I was hoping that I would do. So I tried to do it, and it was an attempt. It was an attempt. That's what I could say about it, but it wasn't like the best results. Okay, let's try to do this without making a mess. So this is the muslin that we used to originally make the pants. We don't need that right now. This is one of the panels. We do need that. For the front panels. We need that on both sides. We'll need this. We'll need this. Why does it seem like I'm missing one of the panels? Am I? Okay, one side has blue and black, and we just need one black. One side has... I'm very nervous right now. Like, for some reason, I just feel like I might have cut something that I was not supposed to, and I'm very freaked out. Let's hope I'm wrong, because this is going to end very badly if I accidentally cut one of the pant legs. Okay. No, there's no way. There's no way I did that. Okay, this is material for a different project. So we're going to put this away. And this is also material for a different project. Okay, cool. Okay, so I have my pants. We're going to look at them really quickly. Okay, so we're just adding one more thing to over here. And then on this side, we need 3 pieces. And right here, I have this one, which goes over on this side. Oh my gosh, this one. The reason I'm thinking that I might have done it is because I have been cutting out of, I thought I was cutting out of the part that we didn't need. Okay, so this one goes here, and see, we're missing the black panel that goes on that side. So, wait, no, this panel piece goes on this side. This panel piece goes on this side. And Okay, so yeah, as you can see, well, I haven't been cutting out of it. Okay, so that's a good sign. But I have been sewing on it. Okay, so it wasn't the one I cut. These are the ones I didn't use. Okay, wow, this is so typically me. And this, I definitely think I did do this. Okay, so what happened was, wow, I can't even see my screen. I hate it. Okay, so we don't need that yet. We're gonna check this panel against this panel. First, we're gonna take out these stitches because if you were here when I started the stream, I tested my sewing machine stitch on this piece of fabric, which I, at this moment, believe is actually part of the pants and not a sample piece. I don't know how that happened, but this is so typical of me that I accidentally use a piece that I need as a swatch. Okay. This is why keeping your sewing area clean is so important, which I have been, but clearly not clean enough. Geez. The reason I'm pretty sure that this is the piece I need is because there's 3 pieces left. We had the 2 pieces that we didn't use and they still have like pockets on them. And we had 1 piece that was cut up, but it was actually 2 pieces together. So that makes up for the 2 pieces that we ended up recutting. Those are the ones that I cut like other pattern pieces out of, and they were like together. And then the other 2 pieces are also together, and those are the ones that we didn't end up using. So then this is clearly a piece that I need and should not be used for this. So I hope I didn't put a hole in it, because that will be super frustrating. I feel like everyone in my building is somewhat loud today. Like everyone is moving furniture about or something. When I was making the smoothie this morning, or like just a few minutes ago. Oh, hey Jack, welcome to the stream. But when I was making the smoothie like a few minutes ago, I feel like I really think my neighbor started banging on the wall because I used a blender. What in their apartment is next to my kitchen? Like, if it just seemed like that's so unreasonable. One, I just don't feel like they could actually hear my blender, but I felt like they were banging against the wall pretty consistently. And I only used the blender for like 2 minutes, and it was only like right after I used the blender. Very weird. Imagine their headboard is like up against like my kitchen area. That would be super weird. But that is not like, I should be able to use my blender for 2 seconds in my kitchen. Our walls are not that thin either. Like I can't even hear my brother in like the living room when I'm in here. So I don't know. That just seems weird. Then again, the wall isn't touching. Okay, so that is fixed. I'm clearly some sort of blonde. And now I have to fix like the panels. Okay. So this panel we are going to touch to this right here. And we are going to meet it on the hem again. And I'm looking at it and I'm seeing how it was cut. This was folded over this selvage seam, and it was cut like this, but this is extra, like that just got folded in there. So we're going to cut that off because we don't want added bulk, and that's really unnecessary. But what I was saying about trying to, better my morning routine this morning and listen to some more positive, like affirmations and stuff when I wake up. One thing that I just thought of now that I'm sitting here in the same place I was sitting in yesterday when I said this is that I didn't try actually just going in the mirror and reciting my affirmations, which I feel like is the biggest part of it. And like that would help the most. I did though, instead like of what I normally do, which is wake up and watch random YouTube videos. I put on Abraham Hicks, like seminars, which is what I was talking about yesterday. And I was listening to some of those on how to be happy. And I felt like it was beneficial to an extent. But I think I was lacking that part where like I actually, recited my own affirmations. Because it did, I don't know, I feel so torn. I feel torn because I really feel sick right now and I don't know. I don't know why. I don't want to be a complainer. But I feel really nauseous and I'm just trying to like push through for the live stream. But I don't think it's this because like, I don't know. But at the same time, I don't know about this either. I know I'm really selling you on that stuff, but I feel like it's the type of thing you just have to force it down and be done with it. I usually never drink iced coffee at home or just in general, really. But I figured since I was having a smoothie, it will be better to have like all cold drinks. So that is actually the Nitro cold brew that I talked about it before. It's something Joe Rogan always recommends. I think it's called Nitro. But I put it on ice. It usually comes in a can. I put it on ice and I put almond milk in it. Actually, almond coconut blend, which is my preferred non-dairy supplement. All right, let's see. So I think I'm going to pin all of them in place and then sew it. I really like when I have it all pinned and then I can just go from seam to seam to seam. But at the same time, maybe I'll do this side and then I'll pin the whole other side. Okay. And because we have pockets up here, like the other one, I'm just going to leave the pocket area untouched for now, and we'll go back to it in a moment. Is this right? Oh, yeah. Okay, because it's going to be pocket, pocket, no pocket. Okay, and that's going to be the front. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we have... Oh, we only have one thing. Yeah, we're just going to sew this one because we only have one left on this side. And then can we actually sew this pant leg together? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're just gonna sew this one panel and then we're gonna sew the pant leg together. Maybe even try it on, see how it looks. All right. And then I'm just gonna be like, I hate these. Let's throw them in the trash and go buy some pants. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe though, maybe. Hope not. Check every little bit of every, I don't know how to explain it. Every so many stitches, check that you didn't run out of bobbin thread because we've been sewing a while now. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so we are gonna take, when you're sewing pants together, you can grab these 2 points in the crotch area. Those connect, and these are going to be for the next leg. Put them over here out of the way. In this whole seam, this is the center leg, the inseam. So connect it from here at the top. All right, cool. And this could be very telling. What is a surprise? Welcome, Mora. What's a surprise? That I'm finally actually getting somewhere with these pants. So what is it called? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, as far as like now having like this inseam together, Yeah, I normally do it a lot later, but actually the reason I'm doing it right now, I mean, actually I do prefer this time, except for the lighting is freaking horrible, and actually it might make me turn around next time and do um put the camera on the other side of the room because the daylight is really ruining our vibe right now. But what is it called? The reason that I'm doing it right now is because I have a deadline tonight. Because Walking Produce podcast, which you know, obviously, because Mora is a part of it. But Walking Produce podcast comes out at 5 a.m. tomorrow. So usually, like, you know, this evening, I'm pretty wrapped up trying to get all that stuff in order. So that's why I was trying to like knock the live stream out a little bit earlier today. All right. I think that's right. Okay, so what I was saying about the inseam though is when you sew this inseam together, you kind of will get the vibe if your pants are going to work or if they have a wonky inseam, and no one is going to want to wear them because no one wants to wear pants that have an off-center inseam. It's just awkward, it's uncomfortable, and it's very frustrating. So let's hope this works out. Right now it looks like it is laying pretty flat, not fat, flat. These legs are huge though. Like I'm kind of nervous that they're like way wider than I would ever want them to be. So let's see. I'm gonna try them on. I keep saying we're gonna try them on, like, no. I'm gonna try them on. Just over my pants. But like I'm gonna try them on after this and we're gonna get a vibe of if they're working or not working. Okay, that's a new one. I've never experienced that before. The light did not die on my sewing machine. The power cord flew out. This little thing, it just unbuckled from my sewing machine. I have no idea. That's the weirdest thing ever. It wasn't like being pulled or anything. I have no idea how that happened. Okay, so when things like this happen and the power turns off in your sewing machine, don't be like me and forget and then just keep sewing because you are going to be sewing the complete wrong stitch. Where's my sheet paper? But luckily, I actually wrote down a few minutes ago what stitch I was using, so now I don't have to guess about it. All right, that came in handy sooner than I would have thought. Of course, I hope my memory would be good enough that I would have remembered after like 20 minutes, but you never know. And I actually didn't do something that I kept harping on yesterday. And it's very annoying. It's not the worst. It's not the worst case scenario. But before I sewed this inseam together, I should have ironed out that last panel piece. I think it was just one panel piece that we sewed before without ironing it, I think. Or maybe it was a lot more. Yeah, it might have been a few more also from yesterday. So really, 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 it's so important if before you sew like the seams together, all the seams that you sewed while the fabric can still be laid flat to iron it, iron them. It's just gonna look so much better in the end. And even if I can maneuver it and I can like make the ironing work to like do a good job, even though the inseam is now sewed and now it's like a closed cylinder, why struggle? Just do it ahead of time. I'm a blonde, so I literally never get anything right. But in the future, definitely I would rather do it the other way. Okay, we had enough thread, which is exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna unpin. I had like the two legs of the pants together, but I'm gonna unpin it for a second just so that we can get the vibe of this leg. Also keep in mind, I'm gonna try it on before we even iron it, so it's not gonna look the best because of that reason. Oh, we didn't sew the little hem yet at the bottom. Let's try it on first. I don't care. I already stood up. All right, let's see. So the way I'm gonna try it on is the only way I can think of in this moment. I'm gonna stand on my stool. All right. Which side is the back? The back, the back, the back. This is the front. Okay, so we remember like some of the top parts are not, like this waistband is not all sewn together yet because I don't want to fuss with it. But this is the very, very first take. It's gonna start getting fitted as we do like the waistband and stuff up. And it's not ironed yet, so it's looking a bit patchy. It's gonna be a lot smoother once we iron it all out. They are a lot wider than I was like fully anticipating, actually. I don't know, like they seem, yeah. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. They're gonna be really cool once they're all the way high-waisted. I never wear pants this loose, so it seems weird. And also they don't have the waist on them yet. But this is just the first take. Thank you. I like the look of my top, but I actually hate my top. It's very inflexible. All right, so we're gonna move these pattern pieces out of the way. We are gonna up the iron to the absolute highest temperature. Okay. Okay. And we're just gonna iron all the seams so that they are completely flat. So first I'm just ironing with the seam. Then I'm gonna open the seam. And I'm gonna do it for each one. When you open the seam and you go to iron it, just try to make sure that whatever's underneath it, the seam underneath, is, you know, you're not ironing it right directly on top of another seam, because then it might be as you make this seam like perfect, you might be messing up that seam, which you don't really want to do. So, okay, if you have nothing underneath, we're gonna iron the seam flat. I'm gonna actually put my ham in there because I just want to make sure these seams are really, really pulled flat. And just work my way down. If you have a mannequin arm, which I do, but I have no idea where it is, that would be even better because it's a lot longer and you could just run it along the seam and you can iron it in like 2 goes rather than 10. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next seam. Okay, 2 seams down. Let's go one more. All right, we have 2 more seams to go. I am pulling the seam as I lay it on the ham. So I know it looks like I'm just ironing it in one direction, but I am like pulling it to make sure that there's nothing bunching underneath the seam. The trick to these pants is going to be making them not look patchy. Of course, we upcycled, we used a lot of pairs of pants to make these, but how can we make them not look quilted together and patchy and just more upscale? That's going to be the trick at the end. I'm not worried about it yet because we still have a lot of work to do, but I'm just not the type of person that likes to wear that type of look of clothing. So we're going to have to make these a little more upscale if I'm going to actually wear them. Okay, let's see. It looks like, I don't know if I re-ironed some things, but it looks like I have a lot more ironing to do. Okay. Let's see if I missed any bits or if I got it all. Hopefully I got it all. Now that I'm and iron it from this side to completely smooth it out, but it's looking a lot better. Not perfect, but better. So these are really, really, really wide. So interesting. I did say I was doing like an eighth less seam allowance than I planned for to give it like a bit more ease. And really think about how many panels we have here and how that eighth is really adding up to be giving quite a bit of room in the leg. But I think it's going to be nice. Like in the end, it is going to be what I wanted. So we're going to leave that for now. We're going to start pinning our other side. So we have the back side already done. We need to connect the 2 blue pieces of denim together because that is our side seam. Mora asked if I'm tightening the thighs at all. So the way the muslin was when I tried it on, the pants are loose up until right under the butt, and then like from the butt into the waist, it's supposed to be completely fitted. So I'm not necessarily tightening the thighs unless the ease that I added into the seams makes it so that the butt is really loose. Then of course we're going to tighten that up at the end and make sure that like it's super duper fitted. Yeah. So we're not going to have like a loose saggy butt. Like that's not a look that I'm into. These are supposed to be relaxed. They are supposed to somewhat look like a boyfriend meets like high-waisted skater girl style pant, but we don't want that saggy butt element that a lot of boyfriend pants have. Like, not into it. This is also, I didn't mention this probably maybe on the first video or like the first live stream that I did about these pants I did, but since then I haven't really mentioned it. These are gonna have an uncovered zipper going down the center front of the pants. So it's just going to be, you can see the metal zipper teeth straight down the center of the pants. And I think that's going to be a really interesting, like strong look. And these pants are a little bit more on the edgy side. So I think that's really going to work. But because we're having that open teethy zipper, we definitely we need the pants to be tight because there's no reason to have that like striking zipper if the pants are loose in the waist and in all of that. Also, you cannot, I was going to say, I don't think you can tell. No, you definitely can't tell because this lighting is so outrageously horrible. And again, I am so sorry. I will definitely try to do better tomorrow. But what was I going to say? I keep feeling so nauseous. What is it called? What am I trying to say? Oh, you can't tell because the lighting is horrible. So it's making me look orange no matter what. But I definitely feel like I went too far in the fake tan. I don't need comments about it because I swear to you, you cannot tell how I actually look from this lighting. I don't think I'm this orange, but maybe I am. Maybe I am. But yesterday I was just like, I want the fakeness to just, I just want to layer, like lather it on my face. Like, let's just wait a minute. Let's add another layer of fake. Let's just add another layer. Let's add another. I added about 3 too many layers in about a 5-minute time span. So then I had to put a lot of makeup on this morning to counteract that level of fakeness. Let's see. So I don't want to sew over the pockets. Yeah, I want to leave those open. So I'm actually... I know, that's what I'm saying. You can't judge how I'm look right now. Because The lighting is so horrible. I didn't notice, obviously, until like I turned on the stream how bad the lighting was. Because if you've never done one of these live streams, like you don't get to see really how it looks until you press go live. So I guess you could pay attention to the thumbnail, but I clearly don't. But also I did take like a thumbnail, like in the moment thumbnail this time, and it did not look this orange. Okay, this is a problem with not having the wheelie chair because now I'm stuck over here and I need to be over there. That's great, Jack. I hope you accidentally put in random quotes from me in your essay, not noticing. I give you all the credit in the world. I cannot multitask that well. Okay, so we ran out of woolly nylon. Awesome. So we ran out of thread in the bobbin, which means I need to wind more woolly nylon, which isn't annoying. The stitch looks good so far. I got halfway through that one. So I'm actually going to take that as a cue that oh, wow. I'm so sorry. That sucks. But I'm going to take that. My bobbin ran out of thread and now I have to, rewind the woolly nylon as my cue that I should probably, awesome. Good job, Jack. But that I should probably leave you guys and I'm going to finish sewing this on my own. I'm planning on getting this leg completed as far as that one. And then I will come back on tomorrow with the two legs ready to attach and work on that waistband. So thank you.